Hey, what's up, guys? I'm Cal. I am your friendly neighborhood audio enthusiast. I am a part-time streamer and a casual musician, and today we are going to be reviewing the newer CM10 wired lapel mic. So I am wearing a number of microphones today. This is the CM10 right here with the wire. I'm also going to be running a Dralud wireless lapel mic. And currently, you guys are hearing me through my Audio-Technica AT2035. This is my preferred studio microphone. And it's going to give me the best audio quality for most of the segment. So let's get back to talking about the CM10 microphone here, wired lapel mic. I know you're not going to be able to see that on the webcam, but it does have an inline control box. Inline control box is going to have switches for either selecting camera or smartphone. Now the camera setting seems to work with all of my recording studio. However, the smartphone setting does not. I have a feeling that has to do with the TRRS format at the end of the cable, which is more set up for smartphones. I'm not sure if my setup here is going to be capable of really using that to its full effect. So I've got it set to camera right now. It also has a low cut or a high pass filter. I've got the low cut on. That's the best audio quality that I could get out of the microphone. And as well, it has a gain control, which is either 0 or minus 10 decibels. And I'll be honest, at minus 10, you can't hear anything out of this microphone. I had to work pretty hard to get even levels of gain and even levels of output out of all my microphones. And those are the only adjustments that I made. Any filters that exist on any one microphone are applied evenly to the rest. And all I adjusted between the different channels was to get all the microphones at about the same output level. Right on. So you guys are hearing me right now through the professional studio quality microphone. Let's switch that out after a quick sentence here. So I'm going to say the quick brown fox jumps over the lazy dog. And then we will move on and try the wired lav mic. Okay, so we're on to the wired lav. The quick brown fox jumps over the lazy dog. Now, I'm going to be honest, I have tried very hard. I've tried every filter, every switch in the inline controls there to try and get better sound quality out of this microphone, and it's just not there. When compared to the studio quality microphone, obviously it's not there. It's up there with the built-in microphone in my laptop, and that it's just not what I was after. However, what I was after was a microphone that didn't need its batteries charged all the time. I have been running the wireless lapel mic for a while, and the batteries die. I don't always know about it, and sometimes my audio goes out for quite a while, and I'll have to redo work, or if I'm streaming, the audio is just lost for those portions, and that's not acceptable to me, so I went for a wired option to see if I could remedy that. So, speaking of, we'll do it one more time. The quick brown fox jumps over the lazy dog. And then we're going to switch to... Now this is the wireless lav mic. The quick brown fox jumps over the lazy dog. So this is a little bit better. I'm much happier with this audio quality, if I'm being honest. And in terms of the wireless range, I've tested it out to 30 feet. I have no reason to go further than that. It's been great out to 30 feet, maybe a little bit further. It says it's rated out to 30 meters. That's almost 100 feet. You can't beat that with the wire. The disadvantage, like I said, being the batteries and having to be charged. They do charge pretty quick, but I don't get a whole lot of warning when they die. And that is an issue for me. We'll switch back to the AT2035 here and give our final thoughts. Okay, and we're back onto the studio quality microphone. The quick brown fox jumps over the lazy dog. This is the sound quality that I'm after when I'm testing more portable microphones. So final thoughts on the newer CM10. Again, right here, picked up off Amazon. It's not a bad microphone. It has a use case, and I do believe that use case is somewhere where you need something portable, and you need something with a wire because battery life might be of a concern to you. Other than those specifics, I really can't recommend it over similarly priced wireless options or similarly priced non-lapel mics. If you're able to get just a PC mic, like an old school PC microphone, probably going to perform at least as well, and not have the complication of the inline controls, which are great to have, but they don't get adjusted. For example, I have those exact same controls, other than the camera smartphone selector, on this microphone, and they're hidden inside of the shock absorbing mount here, the shock mount. I've never had to change them. I set them up once and that's it. And for these types of controls, for gain controls and low cut, high pass filter, you set those once and you really aren't changing them. In my use case, once again, friendly neighborhood audio enthusiast, not audio professional. I hope this review is useful and helpful to at least a few people in the community, and have a fantastic day.
This is a test of a few different microphones that I have. Lavalier mics, shotgun mics, wireless lavaliers. I'm going to do the test running it straight into my Olympus OM1 Mark II. I'm not going to do any real post-processing or anything to the audio. I'm going to be reading off of the Harvard Sentence Guide for recording audio, so we get a better idea of what the natural voice sounds like while recording. So, first one that I have right here is the Boya MM1W. It's a shotgun mic. It comes with the shotgun mic as well as a remote receiver. And we'll give them both a try. We can do it both in shotgun mode, we can do it with the mic by itself, or we can do a combination. So we're going to do all three of those to see how they perform. And so this one right now is the shotgun mic. A gold ring will please most any girl. The long journey home took a year. This is with the lavalier by itself, the Boya MM1W shotgun mic lavalier. She saw a cat in the neighbor's house. A pink shell was found on the sandy beach. And now this should be a combination of both the shotgun mic and the lavalier mixing in together into the camera. She saw a cat in the neighbor's house. A pink shell was found on the sandy beach. We'll now switch over to an old Rode microphone that I have. It's a shotgun mic. It's a lot larger than the last one that I was using. And we'll just go back and we'll use the same dialogue for the first shotgun mic. A gold ring will please most any girl. The long journey home took a year. We've now switched over to the Comica Vimo Q lavalier. These are wireless microphones. I think you can see it right there. And that is again just going straight into the Olympus OM1 Mark II. The blind man counted his old coins. A severe storm tore down the barn. We're still using the Comica transmitter to transmit our signal, but we are now using a NEEWER lavalier microphone to capture the audio, run it to the transmitter, and then back out to the camera. She called his name many times. When you hear the bell, come quickly. We are now using the YRF wireless microphone lavaliers. Same exact kind of setup as the Comica that we just used a minute ago. Open your book to the first page. Fish evade the net and swim off. I just realized that my YRF transmitters came with a set of lavalier microphones as well, so I thought we would redo the same test that we did with the NEEWER lavalier microphone through the Comica receivers. And do it again also through the Comica, but with the YRF lavaliers, so we can get a comparison on how those two different lavalier microphones sound. And I'll read the same text as the NEEWERs. She called his name many times. When you hear the bell, come quickly.
Or if you want to hide it, and as far as I know that's the best position to hide it, is to glue it with a piece of tape on top of your chest like that. That's where I have it right now. Like you can hide it under your t-shirt, the piece of tape, don't use the clamp, remove the clamp, and then you have the best sound quality, and also the microphone will be hidden. as well. If you want to connect it to your iPhone, you will need, I'm gonna put it right down here again. You will need an adapter to convert the 3-pin cable or plug to iPhones, or also for MacBooks or other laptops, other smartphones, to a 4-pin, and then also, of course, depending on your smartphone, like a Lightning or a USB-C adapter. But important, convert 3-pin to 4-pin, otherwise it's not gonna work. You can also use a splitter like that to connect headphones at the same times, but it also needs, it's important, it needs to be 3-pin to 4-pin conversion, otherwise it will not work. Same for the MacBook. On the MacBook I had a weird like noise in the background, like a humming noise. This was not removed by the voice memo recorder. On the iPhone though, this noise doesn't occur, or it gets removed, I don't know. The sound quality in general, I would say, sounds really good for a microphone this price. The build quality is also really nice. It's like the bracket is made out of metal and like just feels really sturdy. I mean, those foam things here, they still feel a bit cheap, but I mean, they're replaceable, right? You can buy them really cheap, like from third-party suppliers online. And now quickly I'm gonna unplug the microphone. Now basically, now you can hear how the iPhone's microphone compares to that. The iPhone is now like 20-30 centimeters from my mouth, and like comparing to the newer microphone here, I think yeah, the iPhone just sounds worse for sure, and those microphones have a really good sound quality already, in my opinion, although I don't have much experience with sound recording. But as far as I can tell from my hearing and what I consider good sound quality, this sounds really good. And yeah, so I think for that price I can recommend this microphone.
So I just got the newer Lavalier lapel omnidirectional microphone. It's the CM5 and it is available in a 4-pack. Pretty neat, pretty handy. And one thing you should note, 3.5mm aux cable does not work directly with an iPhone, and none of my adapters work, including the official Apple adapter and a Belkin Rockstar and even a Belkin USB-C hub. So you really just can't plug this in just using a little dongle. You would need something else, I would assume. Like, for me, I'm using a wireless lapel mic and a transmitter that I'm going to plug in, and it improves the sound quality for me. This is not part of the kit, and I just have it on because I would like to record this through my phone. But right now, I'm not talking anything, I'm just talking into the phone. So this is a 15 Pro Max, and I'm speaking directly into the phone. I have a little bit of noise around me. I have some fans, and the HVAC just turned on, so this is me talking into the phone. This is me talking into the not included wireless lapel mic. And now I'm going to plug this in. And this is what I sound like talking into the newer CM5 Lavalier omnidirectional condenser microphone. It's omnidirectional, it picks up from all angles. I'm holding on to it right now, but it has this quite a grip on it, so I could clip it. And this is what I would sound like if I just had it plugged right here. So I've been pretty impressed with this sound. It does improve the sound quality for me, and I can plug it into any type of wireless transmitter I have and get an improved sound, or at least maybe some additional controls, as with this one. And I was surprised. It's pretty handy to have around, and in the 4-pack it's nice. So I recommend this. Hope this helps.
this will not be a visually interesting review because it's all about sound. So if you have a headphone or something that you want to plug in to see if you can hear the difference. Right now, you're listening to the sound of the Sony ZV-E1, the built-in microphone at the top. I've got it in 360 mode, and I have just removed the NEEWER CM5 lavalier microphone here. And I like NEEWER a lot. They make good products, and this is a very affordable headphone. So I'm going to plug it into the camera. I'm going to clip it on my shirt, and you're going to decide by listening if you think it sounds a lot better. Obviously, it should sound better than, you know, the built-in one because the microphone will be a bit closer to me. But you be the judge now as I plug this in. Okay. Now we are listening to this NEEWER microphone. And, you know, it's actually fairly close to my mouth right now, maybe a little closer than you'd normally have in an interview purpose. Maybe about 6 inches from my mouth. But, yeah, you'll notice it's only in the left channel. That's one of the things. I plugged it directly in to my camera, and that's what happens. So do you think it sounds better? I actually do. I mean, it's a good sounding little microphone, and it is very affordable. It's nice to have one of these on hand. So here I'll pull it out now, and we'll go back to the built-in sound, and you can, you know, they're different. It's a little more present. It's the kind of thing that you could use with almost anything just to, you know, get up close and personal, and you're not going to break the bank buying it. So that's my review.
Bonjour à tous, alors aujourd'hui je teste le microphone cravate NEEWER CM5. Donc ça arrive dans une petite boîte noire, c'est made in China et du coup il y a les deux microphones cravate, le câble et la pince. Je n'ai fait aucune retouche audio à ce microphone, donc il est brut, il n'y a aucun filtre. Il a 95 dans le volume Microsoft et je trouve que la qualité n'est pas si exceptionnelle que j'ai pu lire dans les commentaires. Je trouve que le son il est étouffé et qu'il n'est pas hyper clair, donc moi je suis pas hyper convaincu de ce microphone et donc je vous laisse avec ce petit audio pour vous faire un avis vous-même. Mais personnellement j'ai déjà eu mieux en microphone cravate pour le même prix avec une boîte de rangement qui permettait de recharger en plus les deux microphones Donc c'était des microphones sans fil. Donc pour moi, c'est pas vraiment validé, je suis vraiment pas très convaincu. Donc je vous souhaite à tous une bonne journée et à bientôt pour d'autres tests.
Hi, so we have here the NEEWER microphone. So I'm testing how it sounds like when I using this microphone close to my mouth. Only complaint I have is too short, because it's not made actually to connect direct to the camera. I guess it's too short for that. It's only made to connect to some sort of a wireless microphone that can take also a lavalier like this one, for instance. But let's see how it sounds once we have it in the straight to the camera.
Hola a todos, estoy haciendo una prueba con estos micrófonos Lavalier de la marca NEEWER que me han mandado. Son unos micrófonos de corbata que vienen con su pinza. Además, una cosa que me ha gustado es que al quitarle lo que es el cortavientos de goma espuma, el interior está como una especie de goma que le deja muy bien fijado a lo que es la cápsula del micrófono. La pinza es bastante fuerte, hace presión bien. Y luego tiene conexión TRS mini jack. Así es que espero que esta reseña pues os haya sido útil y que el audio se escuche bien y así os hacéis una idea de cómo suenan.
Questa è una prova per capire come funziona il microfono, che come potete vedere questo lavalier è abbastanza semplice, ha due poli, quindi va a dover essere utilizzato all'interno di un contesto in cui ovviamente questo tipo di aggancio sia possibile. Sentiamo un attimino, io comunque ho il microfono davanti alla bocca, quindi dovrebbe essere una di quelle situazioni ottimali.
Those little bubbles in there right now seem fine. Let's go ahead and turn it on and just see what happens. Whoa. That's cool. I can actually see the bubbles much more clearly with the light on, but they're...
The following is a microphone test of the CM10 lavalier microphone by NEEWER. The quick brown fox jumped over the lazy dog. Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers.
Alright, imagine the life, no matter what you're doing, it's multitasking, working, or the gaming, or watching the movies. These tiny devices is going to take your experience for the next level.